Paul Foster-Bill.
Whakawātuarua, tēnā koe, tēnā koutou katoa e ngā mema o te whare. Sir, and following on from that stream of histrionic, emotive invective, which emotionally plays on the heartstrings, I suppose, of some viewers of the debate tonight, but any rational analysis of the argument of the member would actually bring, I think, a slightly different response. Sir, on this side of the House, we acknowledge that there is a problem with under-insulated homes in New Zealand. That's why the Honourable Dr Nick Smith has advanced a very practical, a very balanced, a sensible and workable bill, as opposed to the bill advanced by Mr Little. Sir, 42,000 hospitalisations, if that's the number, and there can be a debate around the number of people who are going to hospital due to insufficiently insulated, insufficiently warm and damp homes. But 42,000 people going to hospital, that problem can only be made worse by increasing the cost of housing to the most vulnerable in society. And that's exactly what this bill will do, Mr Speaker. Once again, and as with Mr Twyford's bill in the last year, we have a bill which it seems to indicate that the Labour Party believes that it can, by fiat, decide what the standard and level of housing will be with no cost passed on to the tenants. And we know that that is simply not the case. If a landlord is obligated to undertake the kind of insulation that Dr Smith was referring to, the marginal 2, 3 or 4% of insulation standard to bring it up to the required code at an unreasonable cost, at a cost which isn't reflected in the level of added benefit provided to the tenants as well as to the landlord, then of course there will be a cost passed on to the tenant, and in some cases that cost will be more than that tenant is able to bear. Sir, I'm proud to be part of a government which has a superb track record on the insulation of homes in New Zealand. So we've seen 320,000 homes insulated, and I want to actually pay credit to the Green Party, not the current Green Party, Mr Speaker, but to the Green Party of Jeanette Fitzsimons, where we actually had a memorandum of understanding backed up by a government which was prepared to invest hundreds of millions of dollars to ensure that those 320,000 homes insulated under the Home Start Warm Up New Zealand program went ahead, with a further 180,000 homes to be insulated under the next tranche of improvements put forward by Dr Smith. That gives a total of 500,000, 500,000 New Zealand homes, compared to the mere 50,000 that were insulated during the 9 long years, those long, dark, cold years of Labour Party misrule in New Zealand. So, sir, this bill is abhorrent. This bill sets down, with maybe some good intentions, a set of clauses which will have the effect of putting up the price of housing for those in New Zealand who are most vulnerable. On the Government Administration Committee, as Dr Smith has said, we would look forward to having the opportunity to scrutinising this bill, because I believe it would, under scrutiny, collapse very, very quickly. But better still, let's save the time of the committee and of the House and reject it at this first reading stage. And for that reason, I'll be voting against it.